Oh, finally. Oh, the house, it stopped moving.
Oh, the house is still in motion. I merely casted a spell to anchor you to the floor.
Thanks, I guess. When I transported myself to non-existence, the last thing I would expect is a house with big old chicken legs with a weird-looking witchy poo inside of it.
It's funny how things work out, isn't it? But I am not just any witch. I am the witch.
Oh my god, you're Sabrina.
No! I am Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga? Why does that name sound so familiar? Baba Yaga? Where have I heard that before?
You better as hell not say that Russian guy who hangs out with Ant-Man.
Oh, that's exactly where I know you from, of course!
Ah! Not this again! Ever since that stupid Russian boy blabbed about me, people just think I was made up just for that! But I'm not! I am not just a joke in an Ant-Man movie, or a persona of John Wick. Baba Yaga goes way back, all the way back. I am one of the most prominent figures in Russian folklore, Russian mythology. Much, much more than an Ant-Man joke.
Well then, why don't you do what every other villain does when they wanna be popular? Fight a superhero in a really famous battle, so huge and grandiose that everybody will be talking about you.
I tried to do that, but instead I wound up just being a supporting character, not the main villain.
Well then, who was the main villain? And who was the superhero?
There's no point in talking about it now. The hype has long passed. In fact, there was probably not even any hype to begin with. Nobody is talking about my battle anymore. They're only talking about the bigger battle that happened afterwards.
I think I know which battle you're talking about. Maybe you should have heightened your stakes a little bit. You know, make it like an end-of-the-world situation, like the bigger battle was.
But it was the end of the world. It was the full-on biblical apocalypse.
Oh, that's why you had to play second fiddle.
Not even second fiddle. Third fiddle.
Well, I can't blame you then. It's hard to upstage Satan.
Oh, it was not Satan. It was Nimue.
Nimue? Oh, now there's another explanation why everybody forgot about you real quickly. There was already an event that had to do with King Arthur and all of those legends that pertain to that, like Merlin and Nimue and the sword and the stone and all of that. That already happened earlier this year, and nobody gave a fuck about that either.
You do seem to have a point. It really should have been Satan. I mean, imagine father versus son.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that the hero was the son of Satan? Holy shit! It was Damien Hellstrom.
Who?
Damien Hellstrom. You know, the son of Satan. He has a sister who is the daughter of Satan. Although I think it was retconned because of censorship. And now he's the son of a demon who called himself Satan. But not the same demon as Mephisto. That's a different demon who is retconned to not be Satan.
No, not Damien Hellstrom. No, that guy's gonna have his own Hulu show. I'm talking about Hellboy.
Holy shit! Hellboy. Hellboy. He finally did it. That son of a bitch did it. He finally got his third movie. Good for him. I'm glad he could finally put some closure to that trilogy. He really earned it.
No, this was not Hellboy 3. This was a reboot.
What? I don't understand. I mean, I know why the third one was so impossible, because it seemed too ambitious of a project, and so the studio didn't have enough confidence in funding it. So I thought that the reboot would be to ground things, bring things back down to a more doable level, a more cost-cutting level.
Nope, the scale is even larger than the other two Hellboys.
See, now, that's kind of weird that you would start your franchise there with stopping the apocalypse, because where do you go from there? That's kind of as huge as you can possibly get. That's why the original series was trying to lead up to that. They didn't blow their wad at the first chapter. No, they were building up to that. But now that you've already done it, where do you go now? Did you just keep preventing the apocalypse? Are you just gonna keep doing that?
Well, we actually had a plan.
Oh, you did a mid-credits stinger.
Not only that, but we also had a post-credit stinger.
Really? Both of them? Holy shit! That's practically a formula now, isn't it? Marvel used to do that once or twice, but now it's become a staple for them to do both one in the middle of the credits and right at the end. And now DC is doing it, and you're doing it. You're doing it exactly. I mean, I guess Marvel really should have patented it, because now everybody's doing it shamelessly. Like, yep, we're following that too. One in the middle and one at the end. Double penetration.
Yes, and the formula specifically states that one stinger should be dedicated to comedy, while the other stinger should foreshadow the next great villain.
Oh boy. So who did you foreshadow? Who are you gonna do next?
It does not matter now. I will never show my face.
Who the hell was that?
Why, that was the villain that I was talking about, Koshi.
How come I can't see him?
Because during his after-credits scene, we only heard his voice.
That kind of blows as a foreshadowing. I mean, you couldn't even say his name. All we got was a voice. I mean, how can we even know who it is if it's just his voice?
Because I mentioned that he is immortal, and his only one true desire in life is to die.
Oh, I see. So you have to be a hardcore Hellboy fan to even know who that is. Well, I mean, I know that Marvel kind of does that too sometimes, but at least they make it a little bit easier by actually showing the goddamn face, or at least name dropping something. It's really not enough just to go by one single character trait. That's not really enough. I mean, imagine if Dr. Savannah, during his post-credit scene, imagine if that voice that he was talking to, just imagine if we never saw where that voice was coming out of. We didn't. We just heard it, and then it cut to black, cut to credits. That's it. Just like, oh, Savannah made a new friend. Well, too bad you can't find out who that friend is. Fuck you.
You heard what the little gray goo said, Koshi. You might as well leave. We're never going to get to see your blue-bearded face.
But can I still die?
Honey, you're already here. in non-existence, so it doesn't even matter. You're practically already in the afterlife.
Oh, you are such a cock tease, Baba.
Wait, so if this is a desolate wasteland of non-existence, then how the hell did you find me? This type of realm could literally go on forever. Well, what are the odds of your big old chicken house stomping on me? The chances are 1 in bajillion.
Well, that is simple. I was contacted by one of those mortals who I had a fling with before I was banished here.
Oh, he thinks that I should have the privilege of continuing to exist in the living realm. Well, I don't want to. I want to stay here in the non-living realm, or wherever the hell this is. I don't even know anymore.
I did not come to your aid just because I was told to. I just wanted to talk to you, to see if you really want this.
Yeah, I don't really have a choice now, do I? There's no way of getting back up there.
Ah, yes. You banished yourself using the reality stone.
Yep. The final Infinity Stone. Now they're all back safe and sound with Thanos. He knows how to use them the right way.
Yes, by destroying them.
Wait, what? Shouldn't you put a spoiler warning in front of that?
Nah, the Russo brothers said it was okay now, so I can spoil whatever the hell I want. Howard the Duck dies.
No, not Howard, no!
That's a fake spoiler, you dumb shit.
Well, how the fuck am I supposed to know? I'm not there anymore.
But I bet you wish you were now. You are missing the huge, big event of the decade.
Well, even if I was there, I still wouldn't matter. Because I don't affect the cinematic universe. I'm only a TV character, and the movie universe doesn't give a shit about that. Not a single shit.
Oh, that's definitely for certain. To the point where now TV doesn't even care about them. They're not even going to acknowledge the snap.
Oh, good. Let's just find even less of a reason to care about them. Okay, let's just even give less of a shit about the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. As if we had any less shit to give.
But wait a minute. Didn't you banish yourself here? If it doesn't make a difference whether you're there or not, then why remove yourself from the equation? Shouldn't you not give a shit about either way? You might as well be there, even if nobody cares. Because guess who will care? You.
I guess you're right. All my life, I felt like I was a burden to society. Like I was just there to get in people's way. But sometimes, everybody is gonna get in everybody else's way. I shouldn't apologize for existing. I should be glad that I exist, because I could stop existing. But wait a minute. Even if I did get myself back up there, I would die again, because I no longer have the urge to eat people. And if I don't eat people, I die.
I see. So what you need to do is return to your original form.
Yes, and you could do that, couldn't you? You are a witch after all.
I could do that. I could easily turn you back into a human. But I won't.
Why not?
You have had the power in you all along. You just have to feel it. You have to feel it in your bones.
I don't have bones, but I see what you're saying. I need to want to be better. I need to have self-worth again. Self-worth. Who cares if I'm not in the movies? I'm not here for anybody's approval. I don't need to justify my existence. The fact that I exist is reason enough. Oh, God! That stung like a bitch.
Oh, you are at the first step. Now all you need to do is keep going.
But where the hell do I go? There's no way of getting myself back up there. The stones are gone. They're all gone.
Well, that is kind of up for debate.
Duh! Red Skull?
Well, if it isn't my fuck buddy.
You see, now that I have accomplished my job as Stonekeeper, I have retired here to spend the rest of my existence being sexually pleasured.
Oh, I thought you wanted to not talk about it.
Well, I kind of don't have a choice now do I?
Wait. During all of that sexy banter, I just realized that I still have this.
Oh, is that what I think it is? That is Cable's time doohickey.
Precisely. And as long as I have this plot device, I can take myself back to before I wiped myself out of existence.
Now, hold on just 1 minute, Gravy. You don't just have the chance to fix your own problem. You can also fix Thanos' problem.
What? Let me guess. He got his ass killed by the Avengers.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but what the hell do you think?
Isn't that his destiny, though? Who am I to get in the way of destiny?
But it's not just his fate that is at stake. It is everybody's stake. The entire MCU.
What? But I can't save the entire universe. Look at me. I'm still a Gumby. I'm a little gray Gumby.
That is why you will not go alone. I will be right by your side.
So, this is gonna be the type of adventure that requires time travel, huh? Well, okie dokie, Red Skokie. Let's do the time warp.
Wait, I haven't even told you which time to go to, you dumbass!
Oh, great. Now who am I going to have fun, sucksy time with?
Did I arrive at a bad time?
Oh ho ho! Look who it is! It's my favorite little anthropomorphic warthog.
Yep, it's me, Groogotch, the noble henchman of Nimue. That's who I am, and I'm definitely no one else.
Oh ho ho! There's no one else like you, Groogotch. It's just so unfortunate that Nimue betrayed you like that.
Yeah, well, you know, that's very common that happens to henchmen. They wind up being bested by their master. You know how bad deals go.
Oh, but your deal was the worst of all of them. At first you achieved full-on buff likeness. You were no longer that weird-looking Disney character where you had a big head and a really tiny body that just looked really bad, just really sickly and not at all pleasant to look at. I mean, you looked like Pumbaa if he had the body of a stripper. It just didn't look pleasant to the eye. But then you got all big and buff.
Yeah, I know exactly everything you're talking about. I am definitely not in the dark about all of this.
Ah, but then that is when the deal went south, and Nimue decided that there was no longer use for you. So the exact opposite happened. You began to shrink into even more of a little unpleasant, little sickly, little tiny, teeny, tiny thing. It was like at the end of the first live-action Scooby-Doo movie, where the big monster turned back into Scrappy-Doo. But you exploded into a little pile of blood and organs. If only the same thing had happened to Scrappy-Doo. Then the live-action Scooby-Doo movie would have been critically acclaimed and a beloved classic.
Yep, that all happened. That definitely happened.
Then you would be in hell right now. You would not be here with me unless you would want to go to hell. Is that what you want?
No, that's not what I want. No! Oh, no! Well, at least I get to speak to the father of Hellboy.
Sorry, you can't speak to Satan right now. He's currently inhabiting the body of a horny teenager. It's supposed to be his own personal hell. But I wish the teenager's girlfriend would just move on. Why doesn't she just fixate on something else for season 2? Or season 3, or whatever the hell that's going to be?
Oh! I guess this must be a different interpretation of Satan.
Yes, because instead of a reluctant son of Satan that he's trying to use to bring up the apocalypse, he has a reluctant daughter of Satan. And he's also really incestuous about it.
Wow, this is really fucked up. And I just talked to a Hellboy character.
Hellboy? I thought that was supposed to be a wholesome romp. Don't they only push the edge to PG-13?
Not this version. It's rated R.
Oh, I see. So they're trying to be more dark and intense.
Well, not exactly in the subtle way. It's kind of over the top.
Well, you seem to have enough problems as it is. You don't need to be in hell. I'll take you back to wherever the here you came from.
Oh, thank you, who am I speaking to?
Please, call me Madam Satan.
Okay, Madam Oh, I'm back here.
Oh, that was funny. Oh, that was so funny. Oh,
What, you're not gonna send me back to hell again?
No, I just did that to mess with you. I knew that you're not the real Gru Gatch. You are one of those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle baddies.
I used to be, but that franchise is dead. It only exists as a cartoon now, but a cartoon that barely uses any pre-established villains. So when I heard that this franchise was in need of a warthog supervillain, I jumped at the opportunity. But now, apparently this franchise is over too.
Yes, Because we were too ambitious in trying to follow the formula that was popularized by Marvel. But apparently when we tried to put our own spin on things, nobody liked it. This is why we should have done what DC did, and just copy and paste.
Now hold on. They also put their own spin on things, but they didn't do it by being the exact opposite. You guys tried to put your own spin on things by being really bloody and gory and over-the-top violence. And it's fine if you want to have that interpretation of this formula, but you can't do it too much or else you'll alienate the people that are used to it. To the point where things get way too ugly. And sure, ugly can be cool, but it gets to the point where it's just gross. Just too gross and unpleasant to look at. I mean, that's what you were talking about with Groogatch. Well, that was the case with everything. Everything looks too gross. More gross than it needed to be. Like when that lady channeled spirits. It didn't have to be with the organs and the innards and all that. That was just too disgusting to make me really care about things. It just kind of made me nauseous. It didn't make this look appealing at all. It was just all around an unpleasant feeling. And I don't think that's how you want to do if you're going to make this a whole franchise. You gotta make things enjoyable. You can still be ugly and gross, but it needs to be the fun type of ugly and gross. It can't be the gross type of gross, because then why even bother? You just want to scare people away at that point.
Ah, yes. And it did not help to be sandwiched in between huge big gangbusters that showed people how it's done.
Yeah, that kind of made you guys look even worse in comparison.
Well, I guess this franchise is done for, but not yours. Your franchise is getting a reboot.
But it'll probably be a while till they get back to me again.
Ah, yes, you are right. Because with every reboot, you don't want to start with what you already did the first time.
Well, I mean, you guys kind of did that when you did the flashback.
But we did not use those villains for the whole movie. We only used them for the flashback.
So that means I have a lot of free time now. Maybe I could be your personal assistant.
Really? You would do that for me?
Of course I would. You're a legend. You're amazing. Everybody knows who you are. You're the lady that Ant-Man's Russian friend is afraid of.
Ah, niet!